Hardy dudes and dudettes, welcome back to Custom Black Motorsports, and if you're new here, welcome. Alright, so I'm shouting out Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department today. Yeah, I mean, they just showed me a whole bunch of respect today, and it was really cool. I got to kind of help them out. Alright, I got cameras all over my house. Alright, I got a camera that monitors the street out here. We had a shooting. All right, we have shootings all the time. People are terrible, dude. I should love living in my neighborhood, but I hate it. And I was really happy that Metro came by today, and wanted to get my camera footage of some things that were going on. I didn't really have, too much footage, that could really super help them out, although I did get the vehicles that they wanted traveling up and down the street. All right, but here's where I'm giving them a big shout out. Those guys showed me, the utmost respect when they were here. One cool thing is two of the Metro officers, all right, were looking at my truck in the garage, and they wanted to check it out. And I was like, yeah, let's check it out, buddy. Yeah, let's check it out, man. Thank you. It makes me kind of feel good that someone's going to come by and check out my whip. And then here's another deal that went down. All right, we're all sitting out here in my driveway. We got like 3 Metro officers, my neighbor, and stuff like that. And one of the Metro officers leaned against my truck right here. All right, so what he did is he kind of leaned a little bit, he was just kind of trying to relax, and then he bounced right off and he started apologizing to me for leaning on my truck. I told him, dude, don't even think about it. Lean on my truck. You don't have to apologize to me, not one damn bit, dude. You didn't do nothing wrong, because here I am leaning on my own truck. So why can't somebody else lean on it if I'm leaning on it? It's just a damn truck, dude. It's a piece of junk. Who cares? You know what I mean? Pretty cool. All right, and I have a lot of problems in my neighborhood. All right, and I was really hoping someone would come by and clean it up. And finally today, we have some Metro officers coming around here trying to clean up this neighborhood. All right, make it a little bit more quiet. Okay, and that's really awesome. So what happened is somebody was doing some donuts over here down the street, spinning around. It's probably this house right across the street. It's affiliated. All right, I'm not going to point any fingers. All right, but that's where the camera fingers pointed. All right, so they were doing some donuts. They were spinning. They were revving. They're doing whatever they wanted to do in their little pieces of crap. All right, and pop, they shot somebody. Right? So crazy, dude. What is up with that? So they were here trying to get my camera footage, but what I'm really excited about is they're trying to clean up the neighborhood. They were respectful to me. They were respectful to my vehicles. Okay, and you know what? That's why I'm giving Metro, all right, Las Vegas Metro, a shout out. Okay, because I really appreciate the respect, and I appreciate you guys out there doing a good job. All right, trying to clean up the neighborhood, because we are all tired of it. My neighbor was out here sharing camera video. All right, the footage that he had a little bit better footage than I did. All right, and that's a good deal. We all got to have cameras nowadays, because people are just so damn stupid. All right, let me show you a little bit of the footage with the officers here, and I'll try to give you a little bit of commentary during that. Not too much, but try to give you a little bit of commentary. This video is just all about shouting out, Las Vegas Metro, because you guys are doing your job. And not only are you guys doing your job right now, you guys respected me. You respected my home. And hopefully I gave you all the information that you needed, and I appreciate you guys. Hot damn. Alright dudes, here's one Metro officer right here. He's just kind of like scoping around, trying to see who has cameras. All right, here's the guy that leaned against my truck. This dude is a really respectful dude. Okay, so they're just kind of like walking through the neighborhood trying to get information. All right, here we are. I don't have it on the video where the guy leans against my truck, but the dude in the red right here, in the red shirt, he leans on my truck, and then he went to apologize to me immediately, which was not even necessary. You can lean against my truck. You've been walking around through the neighborhoods, you've been, working and stuff like that. And when it comes to my measly truck, you have my full permission to lean on the truck, dude. Not even a big ass deal. So yeah, I had a few Metro officers at my house today going over some things. All right, I have my neighbor. My neighbor is here. He has a really good camera system, so he was able to catch quite a bit. All right, these dudes were just totally respectful. All right, I did everything that I could to get the video footage that they needed. All right, here's me just explaining here, and this is me explaining the bullshit that goes on in this neighborhood. There's so many shootings, dude. Somebody shot my window out in my bathroom. Okay, I've had several times, people breaking into my cars. A few times people scoping. That's why I have so many cameras. So many people scoping back and forth in between our houses. So all my neighbors have cameras now. We shouldn't have to have that. All right, it's just pretty ridiculous. So yeah, here I am helping out Metro. If anybody has a problem with that, too bad. Okay, because I'm just done with it, dude. I can't even open my garage, go outside the front door without a freaking shooting going on. Somebody freaking doing donuts. People run the freaking stop signs. Okay, I can't have my kids outside. All right, that's ridiculous, dude. It's not like it used to be. It's really hard to live when people are doing what they want. So I was really happy. I was super happy that these officers were here, okay, asking me for some help. I was super happy because I was hella willing to help them out. I couldn't help them out too much. I did give them some video footage, all right, of some vehicles that they were looking for. But other than that, I really couldn't help them out too much after that. All right, so I don't think I have it on here, but these officers actually go into my garage and they started checking out my truck, and I thought that was super cool, man. I was like, yeah, I can respect that. Yeah, you want to check out my truck? Woo! That's freaking awesome, man. Yeah, it was pretty good little time there. All right, let's see here. Going through, we're sharing information. I think eventually I'll get on video one of these officers going into the garage and checking out my truck. We'll see about that. My neighbor has some really good cameras, so right now he's sharing that information with the officer. All right, which is a pretty good deal. All right, we're just tired of the shootings. All right, we had so many shootings. This same officer that you see in the green shirt was the same officer that investigated the murder right across the street from me. So I was home when that happened. It wasn't really a murder. It was kind of like attempted murder-suicide. So what happened was a dude across the street, he shot an old lady in the hand, and then he blew his own brains out, which is kind of crazy. And this is the same officer that investigated that deal. All right, this might be his little district, his area. I'm not sure how that works. I wasn't going to ask too many questions. All right, really cool dude, though. All right, pretty buff-ass dude. So here he is. This is going to be the deal. Now he's asking me about my truck. He's like, oh, damn, that's a sweet, clean truck. Look, he's pointing at it right now. And I'm like, oh, you want to check out the engine? Let's go check out the engine. So here we go. we're going to go check out the engine. He's checking out my truck, you know, and it made me feel really good. These guys, I'm just telling you, they were super respectful. They were doing their job, and I was really happy that they were there. Okay, the whole neighborhood was happy that they were there. We are so sick and tired of people doing whatever they want. All right, we're so sick of the shootings, okay? We're not sick of people going out and just shooting their guns for fun. We're sick of people trying to shoot each other. We're done with it, dude. We got kids, okay? We got families, all right? We purchase homes in this neighborhood, and there's no reason why we should have to deal with that garbage. All right, that's why I'm giving Metro, Las Vegas Metro, a super shout out today. All these dudes, I'm trying not to show their faces, all right, and I'm not going to say their names. You know, I'm just going to let them be, all right, and just say that I appreciate them. Because I'm done with it, man. I'm tired of it, dude. Why can't I not go outside? Why can't I not bring my kids outside without dealing with an issue right across the street from me?